becoming a well-fortified village on the river's bluff. The Cheraws reached the height of their power around 1650 and then saw their numbers devastated by disease. Among the earliest European settlers was Thomas Ellerby, who started a trading center and watermill around 1740. By 1750, Cheraw was one of 6 places in South Carolina appearing on English maps. In 1765, ferry operators Joseph and Eli Kershaw formally laid out the town's streets and lots, reserving the center for a town green. 4 of Cheraw's most prominent buildings are on the green. The town hall is a 2-story wooden building with the weatherboards cut to resemble stone blocks. Fronted with 4 2-story Doric columns, it was built between 1856 and 1858. Because the Masonic Lodge contributed to its construction, the Masons were given a 99-year lease to the 2nd story of the building, which had a small raised stage and an entrance of iron steps with a grillwork balcony wrought by Christopher Werner, celebrated ironworker of Charleston. In earlier days, the town hall, or old opera house, was the center of the community's cultural activities. The large upstairs rooms sometimes housed community balls and dances and other events. Another interesting use of Town Hall took place during the World Series baseball games, when a special telegraph wire relayed messages of the players' movements. Peter Lynch designed the Market Hall in 1837. The hall is a simple 2-story building with a bricked open market on the 1st floor and its only room on the 2nd floor. This room housed the first chancery courts held in Chesterfield County. In 1907, the town of Cheraw granted the Civic League Garden Club permission to use the building. The club continues to meet there today. The Lyceum met once a month in this small red brick building, 18 by 30 feet, to collect books for a library. From 1863 to 1865, the Lyceum granted the Confederate Army use of the building as a telegraph and quartermaster's office. During Reconstruction, Union soldiers used this building. Today, the Lyceum is a museum housing an illustrated history of Cheraw. In 1850, Alexander McKeever, a prominent lawyer, bought this little office from Duncan McNair, an important Cheraw merchant. In 1891, Mr. McKeever's son, Henry, became Chief Justice of the South Carolina Supreme Court. Mr. John A. Inglis, law partner of Justice McKeever, also used this building. He was chairman of the legislature's secession committee and introduced the famous resolution that South Carolina should, quote, forthwith secede from the federal union. This was the only structure to survive the catastrophic explosion and fire that destroyed Cheraw's business district in 1865. Nearby, the Merchants Bank building, built circa 1835, once housed the largest bank in South Carolina outside of Charleston and was a repository for Confederate gold. In 1820, Cheraw was incorporated as a town. The Carolina Observer and Fayetteville Gazette reported that the site was elevated, airy, and commanding, and contained an elegant academy, a printing establishment from which it issued a weekly newspaper, 4 houses of entertainment, 30 stores, and at least 1,000 inhabitants. 2 large steamboats and a variety of small craft were employed navigating the Pee Dee River. One steamboat went directly to Charleston, and the other serviced a route between Cheraw and Georgetown. local